And we're back with the Good Green Home Show, and with us today we have a very special guest. This young man needs no introduction. He's been on the show before, but we will introduce Mr. Mark Blaski. Mark is a beekeeper and a honey producer. Yep. Well, his bees do the work. They produce the honey.
I grab the honey. Yeah.
And in 2013, Mark was honored by the Indiana Beekeepers Association as the Young Beekeeper of the Year award winner, which is quite an honor, Mark.
Okay,
Yep.
I have to ask, how old are you?
I'm 22 now.
22,
Yep.
and a world-famous beekeeper.
Yes, I would like to think so.
We've had a guest on this show before, Professor Doug Tellamy from the University of Delaware, who is one of the leading experts in the world on the monarch butterfly. And when I asked Mark to do the show, and I said, I wonder if you know this famous entomologist, Doug Tellamy, and he said, oh my gosh, I've emailed that guy questions before. I can't believe you had him on the show. So Mark is a true bug expert. It's in his blood, not in a bad way. He is a bug man, and just like I'm a plant man, you're the bug man.
Yes.
So are you definitively an entomologist?
I am not like a certified entomologist.
Okay.
Yet.
Okay.
Yet.
Yeah, there's going to be, you have plenty of time for that.
Yeah.
What are you going to school for, Mark?
Right now I'm going for biology.
Okay.
So Mark's a biology major. Where are you going to school?
IUN out in Gary.
Okay, Indiana University. It's a very good school. And you're learning about biology, but your specific interest is entomology. And what got you interested in entomology or the study of insects?
When I was younger, I would always be outside and I would see like the ants building their ant hills. So I just thought they were really awesome from that point on. And I had an art teacher in grade school who bought praying mantis egg cases and hatched them out.
Oh, neat. I love that.
Wow.
So
yeah, that's fun.
When we did that, that was the beginning.
And from that point on, all you could think about were bugs.
Pretty much.
So praying mantis eggs hatching, what is that like?
It's actually the female mantis lays a big thing about the size of a walnut.
Wow.
And inside there's 50 to a couple hundred baby praying mantises.
Wow.
And they rappel down out of the front of the egg. There's like a zipper on the front and it opens up and the mantids crawl down they're
so awesome.
like a mountain climber.
Wait, this is actually a great show topic because praying mantis are now put into, you can order them for your garden.
Really?
So, yes.
What is their function
Like
in the garden?
ladybugs, you can.
They eat all sorts of bad insects. The Japanese beetles. They eat aphids when they're younger. So
They don't mess with the good stuff, though? They're kind of a predator for the bad insects?
Yeah, they eat bad insects. They'll eat whatever gets in front of them. So they will eat like a bee occasionally, but
If you can catch them.
yeah, if you can catch them.
Yeah.
But the benefit to your garden is huge because this is organic. It's all natural. You don't have to use chemicals to control your insects. Don't do that.
And praying
Instead-
mantis are native to what part of the country?
There's a bunch of different species that are native to the United
Midwest?
States. Yeah. There's a Carolina mantid, but a lot of the praying mantises you would find now, the big ones that you see outside in the fall, those are called the Chinese mantis.
Oh,
and they
huge.
imported them.
They are not native.
They are not native, but they will take care of the bad insects.
Are they messing with the ecosystem in any way?
Not particularly that I've been seeing.
Okay,
Well,
so
that's a good
you always
sign,
hear
yeah.
about them introducing a non-native species, whether it's a fish, an insect, a plant,
A ladybug.
sometimes a ladybug.
We have those
sometimes it
horrible
goes awry.
orange in the Chicagoland area where I live. I no longer have red ladybugs. We only have these horrible orange ladybugs. I mean, all creatures are lovely, and yet these guys bite me once in a while.
Shawna, I think the orange ladybugs are going to be very offended by that.
I know, right? Morally. But it's the bite. They bite me. And that never happened before with a red ladybug. They were sweet, and the orange ones, they kind of, but
So
they're
the
still
red
eating your
ladybugs
aphids.
are gone completely from the Midwest?
I don't think so.
They're not
still
completely
around?
gone. They're just outnumbered
Yeah.
by a lot.
So the orange ones are more aggressive. So the orange ones attack the red, and I don't think they distinguish.
Do they eat the aphids, though? Because I know ladybugs are a
Yes.
big aphid, and aphids are a bug that's notorious for killing plants.
What the the orange ladybugs do is they compete with the red ones, and the red ones get out competed.
They're too delicate. Now, here's the other cool thing, though, about ladybugs. My grandmother used to have a shrub, and it was always covered in ladybugs. And she at the time thought it was a horrible thing, and she needed to get rid of her ladybugs. But in fact, that's a good thing, because it means that there's a lot of aphids or something there that they love to eat, and they're taking care of the problem for you.
Ladybugs are our friends.
They absolutely.
Yes.
So, Mark, we're talking about ladybugs. We're talking about praying mantis. How do you pronounce the plural form of praying mantis?
Praying mantid.
Praying mantid. Yes. I heard you say there's a Carolina mantid earlier in the conversation,
Yes.
and it clicked in. I was wondering if either you misspoke or that was the plural form. So
there's mantids instead of mantises, but mantises is easier to say.
Well, I'm glad we have an expert who knows what they're talking about when it comes to the subject of entomology, because I would have never known that unless I took the time to look it up online. But Mark really knows. So, Mark, your real hobby, your real interest, your real love is the honeybee. Is that correct?
Yes. Honeybee and bumblebee.
And bumblebee.
Yes.
I know Mark has talked to me before about some of the work he's actually done with the bumblebee. Pretty neat stuff. Why don't you tell the listeners and viewers about your experiments with the bumblebee?
Ooh.
Okay, with the bumblebee, they have a lot of predators out there, and the number one predator is the wax moth. And the wax moth will get inside the bumblebee nest and lay its eggs. And when those eggs hatch, they turn into little wax worms. You can buy them for fishing. A lot of people use them for fishing. So the little wax worms crawl through the bumblebee nest and eat everything. Even the baby bees, they'll eat the wax. So the entire nest will be webbed up, and they can't get rid of them because they hide underneath the nest.
Are they native insects, or were they brought in from somewhere accidentally or on purpose?
I believe they came in accidentally on different shipments of wax, and when the honeybee was introduced to North America, that's where they came from.
Do they attack both honeybees and bumblebees?
Yes, but the honeybees have enough guards and a big enough colony, and they've been living with them long enough to know how to defeat them.
So, Mark, I think we can all agree that the bees are in trouble. There are a lot of differing opinions on what the actual cause of the decline of the honeybee.
Yes.
Everybody agrees that they're in trouble, and everybody also agrees that they're very important. You mentioned the plants that people can plant to help save the bees. What else? We've got 30 seconds. What do you want the listeners and viewers to know that they can do to do their part to help save the bees?
One of the things is support local beekeepers. You buy honey from someone down the street instead of from the store, because the store honey is imported from all over the world, and a lot of that is questionable. That's a big thing. That's a big debate. And as far as anything else, be careful with what you spray. Don't spray anything on flowers. That's a big deal.
No chemicals in your garden.
Yes.
All
Very
right.
good, Mark. Well, thank you very much. Mark Blaski, 2013, a few years ago now, a couple years back.
Yes.
Indiana Young Beekeeper of the Year Award. He's not a young man anymore. He's very experienced. This guy is doing a lot to save the bees. And thank you very much, Mark.
No problem.
It's
Good
great
luck
having
to
you.
with your biology degree, and I think you're going to do great things in life.
All righty.
Well, next on the Good Green Home Show, we have more on home and gardening, all with the green theme.
Rich and Shawna will be right back.
Alsip Home and Nursery's trained staff of certified horticulturists and organic gardening gurus are the local experts for promoting sustainable, healthy living throughout the community. Our green team can turn even the most inexperienced gardener's thumb green. Alsip Home and Nursery features Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana's largest selection of plants and organic gardening supplies. Look no further than Alsip Home and Nursery's green team.
Is your lawn being ruined by moles and voles? Bonide has the solution. Bonide Mole Max is an effective repellent to use against moles, voles, rabbits, gophers, groundhogs, squirrels, skunks, and other burrowing animals. The environmentally friendly Mole Max formulation makes it a great product to apply in areas where children and pets play. Just apply 3 or 4 times per year to send nuisance animal pests away. If your lawn needs some repair from mold damage, use Mole Max RX with Lawn Revitalizer. This will help repair your lawn while repelling the moles and voles. Bonide's Mole Max and Mole Max RX are available in a granule and easy spreader application or in a convenient 5-pound shaker applicator for flower or vegetable gardens. Bonide products are family made in America. Bonide Mole Max Mole and Vole Repellent is available at your local hardware store, garden center, or farm feed store, or go to bonide.com for a retailer near you. This product is not for sale in Indiana.